Hey guys, welcome to the extra content for the Shivers Regal Riders Club. We've got some awesome stories from you guys for the topic of Fisherman in a Time Machine.
And Author at a Disco.
Yeah. And the first one is from the lovely Lucy Ewing, who wrote, "Hi, here's two stories on Author at a Disco, topic Hemingway at the Disco. And it's one story. For sale, dancing shoes, never worn. Bulwer Lytton at a disco."
I think the Hemingway was a 6-word story. And the second one is Bowen Lytton Way at a disco.
Is it? Okay. Here's two stories on the Author at the Disco.
So
For sale, dancing shoes, never worn.
Yeah, that's the Hemingway story.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All I know about Hemingway is that he shot himself. And he did that book, The Fisherman.
He didn't like dancing shoes,
Oh, did he?
apparently.
Alright. Low blow, Lucy, going after Hemingway,
Yeah.
but alright, there's a few words in there that I don't know, so I'll get you to read the second one.
Bulwer Lytton at a disco. We should probably know who your authors are. This is a writing podcast. But anyway, here's his author.
Where are the authors?
Fair enough. It was dark and stormy exposition. Matthew leaned on the heavy door in the manner of his favourite adverb, ushered in a minor character, then let the door bang. Shut out the pathetic fallacy blowing outside. He approached the plot device sitting at the bar. She was beauty personified, but Matthew couldn't help objectifying her. "Care to dance?" she asked, her interrogative dangling suggestively. A familiar guitar riff wailed as they hit the floor, their bodies sweeping in perfect character arcs. Mick Jagger drawled, "I can't get no satisfaction." Matthew nodded. Satisfaction, he knew, was just an illusion. That was fucking pretty deep.
Yeah, man. I liked it.
Yeah. Sorry if I didn't do that justice. It was the first time I'd seen it.
No, I liked it, but Lucy's also a school teacher, so I think she used a lot of...
She flexed on us.
Yeah, she did. That was...
Used her literature.
Yeah, calm your farm over there, Lucy.
Settle down, please.
Lucy.
If we have to read these, we've said it before, it's your fault if they come out shit. You can film yourself and we'll just put it up right there whilst we drink.
Speaking of which, we got a filmed one.
Let's do that one now.
Yeah. So this is Gareth.
Big G-Dog.
An author in a nightclub. As an author, location is key to a creative mindset. I found the booth. I ordered a Shivers. I lit a cigarette. You could do that back then. The music bounced off the walls, as did the young boys with their meth pipes. The dancing was ferocious. The battles ensued. Vinny was taunting Rico to a clash. Vinny opened with a classic G-break. Rico, with the assistance of a assumed friend, went into a full head spin, intensity, and with the crowd going mental, crack, neck shattered. Suspicious? Perhaps murder on a dance floor?
That was good. It's back to back to people flexing on it. Lucy was flexing on her English ability.
Yeah.
And this dude's flexing on his podcast studio.
Yeah, it's far better than ours.
That's in his house.
Oh, we might have to borrow that.
We have to go to Pencap Studios next to...
In Sonny O'Connor.
Yeah, Australia's favourite working class brothel. Alright, so this one is from Gillian. Graham looked down. A vicious substance squealed. Squealed?
Squelched.
Squelched. Squelched. Graham looked down. A vicious substance squelched between his toes. No shoes. Bad idea. Graham was committed, dedicated to his craft. Graham fought through the sweaty, pulsating bodies bumping, jostling him. He had to get to the other side. Out the corner of his eye he saw the security beast, stealthy. Does it, or he, be sprung for sure? He locked eyes on his prize. A crowd had formed, so close Stay focused, he told himself. And the seething mass of bodies parted. He lurched forward. Dictaphone ready. He bursted forward. This was it. Mr. Cheeky Chuckles the Clown. I'm Graham Wilkinson from the Gazette. I'm writing an article. Affordable kids parties. Tell us why the slime and bubble kids disco is so popular. That would hands down have to be probably one of the biggest hack jobs of a story I've done on this podcast so far.
Yeah, you butchered it.
I butchered it, but
we know that. And we've told you that. So
we'll publish this in on our page. So if you want to see what was actually written, and they're all great stories.
These are read at the end. We've been drinking, so what do you expect?
This story is from a comedian mate of mine, Luke Boland. And you'll see he kind of looks like he's flexing with his attire.
God.
I just let him like, I'm more successful than you.
They all are.
Gary and Dave were giddy as children as they climbed into the time machine. They dreamed of this moment ever since going to Sunday school or church. They would finally fish with Jesus. Wonder if he'll walk on water, said Gary. Hope he turns our catch into enough to feed everyone, replied Dave. Finally, the time machine arrived and the two fishermen stepped out onto the hill, but it was too late. Jesus was motionless, nailed to the cross. Dave and Gary shed a tear as they realized this was the ultimate one that got away.
Did you two both be like, yo, we should put Jesus into the fisherman?
Nah, man. But like, if you're going to go back in time, I think Hitler and Jesus are the two people that you...
pretty, yeah, I suppose. I mean, Big Kev.
Big Kev? Well,
yeah.
I think his Eden didn't... there wasn't much work or killing that had to be involved in going back in time. He was very excited for a buffet. Alright, this is Levon's story.
Shit, we got a lot of these this week, sure. This just starts with boom, 99 words. So they're obviously pretty impressed.
There's a personal message to me.
Yeah. Pretty impressed with your own work there, Levon, aren't you? Anyway.
That was the day it got released.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He's like, boom, in first. We probably should have read it first, but continuity, who needs it?
Fuck it. Jones cast his line out and watched the floater bob in the water. He didn't know what time it was, but he was certain he was earlier than Stevens. He had to be earlier than Stevens. Bloody Stevens. He watched as his line was slowly pulled under the oily, sheened water. Sure enough, a bite. Here we go. Jones reeled it in, expertly easing up when needed so as not to break the line. After a while, he hauled into the time capsule his crowning achievement, the fish destined to walk on land. He looked at his disappearing hands. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Boom, indeed. Yeah, the ultimate. He fucking ruined humanity.
We question
the story of the fish. Yeah.
Well, we question James Palm's 99 words.
We did,
and I think people are like, "Fuck you." These are 99 words. Boom.
Yeah. We're making enemies by the episode. Have we got more 99 words?
Yeah, two more.
Oh, shit.
So this one is Daniel Delby. And I think it's a fisherman in a time machine. Left, swipe left, swipe left. Will I ever find someone, he thought, hunched forward in his chair like a fisherman with a dimly lit iPhone as his rod and shirtless filtered profile pic as bait. Swipe left, swipe left. His hand in a mind-numbing trance. Swipe left. Fuck. She was the one. No. If only I could go back in time, he scolded himself. Ding. Upgrade. Go back. Never miss a match. Payment accepted. Like magic, she's there. Swipe right. Match. Oh my God. She's the one. Finger trembling. He makes the first move. Hi. Winky face. Unmatch. Swipe left. Swipe left. That was a pretty creative way
Tinder machine.
of doing the Fisherman and Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And super easy to read. So if you want us to read...
If you make 2 words, 65 of your 99 words, we're gonna be able to pull that off.
If we gave our prizes, Daniel Telfy would win.
Easiest to read. Fuck yeah. Oh man.
And so we got one more, and it's from old mate Cookie.
Oh, Cookie, you're back.
Phil Cook's back with
love it.
I actually don't know what his story's about this week, so let's find out.
It'll be surprising.
Author at a disco. The opening line is tough, in books and in life. The Bee Gees were shrieking and I was looking at her, wondering what to say. Would you like to dance? Was an option, but I do my best work with my pen, not my feet. Just like a book, the start is important. You need to reel them in, get them hooked. Inspired by the collective Gibbses, I walked up to her and touched her elbow and said, well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. She smiled.
You got the Bee Gees lyric in there.
I like it.
There you go. There you go.
Now look at the smirk at the end of the video. Look, he's fucking...
You've been creepy again.
I nailed it.
Yeah,
I nailed it.
He was creepy in the first one. He's been creepy in this one.
Phil Cook's.
Cookie's not creepy.
A lot of...
I'll take that back, Phil.
But look at his face. He is so chuffed with himself. Like,
I feel like a lot of our topics that people send in is to do with romance. I think this might be just like the lonely man's podcast.
oh, it's all comedians.
Oh, yeah, well, is that self-explanatory, Sean?
Yeah. Well, you've seen my mental state from the main episode, so yeah.
And just quickly, this isn't a 99-word story. This is some feedback we got sent.
Oh, we got feedback?
This is just some feedback.
Is it good?
No. So this is...
Before you get into yours, we also on our Instagram page at _Riders Club, we got a message from a young gentleman who wanted to sell us his stories. I have the wrong tree, champ.
We'll give you 50 cents and we'll do nothing with it.
We hired this room with gold coins and shrapnel. Like this.
Maybe we should offer him like $3 and just make the whole next podcast about his story.
Well, it'd have to be your $3.
The deal's off.
Speaking of which, join our Patreon.
So just quickly, this is from the first episode. I just got around to reading it. And so this is apparently what people think about us. All right.
Let me guess what it says. You guys have so much amazing chemistry. You guys are onto big things with your stories. I'm usually antsy for grammar, but your stories are so creative that I forget that the grammar is so poor.
No.
And was it close?
No.
Okay.
This is the edited down version. I went on. It really went. It got quite. He attacked us.
Would we need our own extra content video for that?
We may do. But this starts with notes for a wanker.
Who's the wanker?
I think me. He's aimed at me.
Because he doesn't obviously mean both of us.
No, he sent it to me directly. This is a very.
I don't know much about grammar, but I know that two people mean an S.
Notes for a wanker. Get better mics. You look slouched. Get better chairs. There's some shitty background noise. Maybe chuck a sock on your shitty mics or buy better mics. Outfits look uncomfortable. Lose the jackets. It feels almost offensive, especially with the shit camera. Buy a new camera.
He brings up some great points.
It's some fucking good points.
Which is why, if you join our Patreon, we will be buying new cameras, new mics, socks.
I think with that we're done.
I think we're done. But thanks again, guys, for sending your stories. And if you didn't catch it on the main episode, this week's stories are penguin in jail.
And a tree in the Gulf War.
Oh, man. Look, Jesus came up a lot in
the Fisherman
and the Time Machine. Jesus came up a lot. I think a tree in the Gulf War That has a lot of religious connotations.
I would have no idea, unfortunately.
Well, I'm basing that on Kevin Smith's dogma. So we'll see. So we'll see. We're really excited. But please, if you don't want us to butcher your stories, send in the videos. Oh, fuck no, we got one more.
Oh, man, this is just...
No, I'll do yours next week, bro.
Extra content next week.
Extra week content.
You get on the show.
We love you. But thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week for episode 4.
If we make it.
If we don't get cancelled off YouTube. All right, guys. Peace.
All right, lads. Here goes. 2-man fishing boat launched out of Hiroshima Harbor, February, chasing tuna. The docks alive with humanity. Fair weather on departure, but weaving the storm swells deftly when they came up. Caught by only one. Battered but not capsized. Radio antenna bent, but the hunt too good to abandon. Bowels of the boat bursting to end 2 months at sea. Coasting into a ghost town, whipping flags normally inaudible in the throng now deafening. Settling against the pier and tied off, like travelling back 75 years to the last disappearance of people here. Hot ash replaced by hand sanitizer.